6-man strong, at least for the first time around, and the fact that Yankees fans are going to get to see for the first time the impact that Sonny Gray and Jaime Garcia can have.
Right, Bob, if you go back a month or 6 weeks and you looked ahead to that series against the Cleveland Indians, you weren't giving it the magnitude that you're giving it now. The Indians have been playing very well, and suddenly the Yankees have fortified their rotation, as you mentioned, with Gray and Garcia. They will not stick with that 6-man rotation. They're going to have some decisions to make. Both general manager Brian Cashman and Joe Girardi did not seem keen on the idea of going the rest of the way with a 6-man rotation. And I know a lot of folks say, why not? Tanaka could use the extra rest. Sabathia could use the extra rest. Montgomery and Severino have innings limits encroaching upon them. Pitchers just don't like it, Bob. Pitchers are creatures of habit. So while you may help one guy, say it benefits Tanaka to pitch on a little bit of extra rest, you might be hurting other guys who are on a particular routine. Maybe Severino only likes to have one bullpen session between starts. Now you're adding a second bullpen session. You don't want to help one guy to hurt the other 4 or 5 guys. So my guess is that Jordan Montgomery becomes the odd man out. He's the one who has options. He's the one who is coming up on an innings limit. He's pitched about 110 this year. He only threw 155 in the minors last year.
Fair to say not a bad idea to do it maybe 2-3 times the rest of the way, though?
It's not a bad idea, Bob, to, I think, insert an extra day here or there. I don't think you want to have a strict 6-man the rest of the way, but if you get to September and you think that maybe Severino or Tanaka needs an extra day, you can slide an extra pitcher in there. I think Montgomery is going to become that spot guy, and it's a little tough on him because he has been so good this year. But if you look at his last 5 or 6 starts, he hasn't been giving the Yankees length. So I think you give him a little time out of sorts, and he still is a guy who can contribute the rest of the way.
If they do that, I'd say 2 options. Put him in the bullpen, get him a little work, or would you send him down to AAA to keep him stretched out?
I'm leaning toward the latter, because if you put him in the bullpen, you have no control over when you're going to use him. What happens if the Yankees go on a run and their starters give them incredible length for 9 or 10 starts in a row, and then Jordan Montgomery, a guy who you really value, hasn't pitched in a while? In a controlled environment, you can send him to AAA and limit his innings. Only let him pitch 4 or 5 starts each start, leave him down there for a short spell, and then he still stays stretched out, so then you get him back. He can come and give you the 90 to 100 pitches that you need.